People say smart things about money all the time, but what if some of the smartest sounding advice is actually holding you back? Think about this for a second. How many money rules do you follow just because everyone repeats them? In this video, we shall explore 5 personal finance myths that sound wise on the surface, but quietly damage your future. These myths feel safe. They feel logical. But once you see the truth behind them, you will never look at money advice the same way again. Let's begin. 1. You need to be rich to start investing. This myth sounds sensible. People think investing is only for those who already have a lot of money. They imagine stock markets, big portfolios, and wealthy investors in suits. So they tell themselves they will start later after they earn more. But this way of thinking quietly steals years of growth from your life. The truth is simple. You do not need to be rich to invest. You need to start early and stay consistent. Today, many platforms let you invest with very small amounts. Even small amounts of money can grow when you give it time. Waiting for the perfect moment often means never starting at all. What really matters in investing is not how much you begin with. It is how long you stay in the game. Time is the real advantage. The earlier you begin, the more your money has a chance to grow. This is how regular people slowly build wealth. Not through big wins, but through steady habits. Many people miss this because they focus only on big success stories. They see headlines about people who made millions and feel small by comparison. But real wealth is usually built quietly, month by month, year by year. When you break this myth, you stop comparing and start building. And that is where true financial confidence begins. 2. Keeping cash is the safest choice. People love the idea of cash because it feels safe. You can see it. You can touch it. You know it is there. So many believe the smartest move is to keep as much money as possible in cash. They say cash is king, and it sounds wise. But here's the part no one likes to talk about. Cash sitting still slowly loses value. Prices rise. The cost of living goes up. And your money buys less than it used to. Over time, holding too much cash can quietly shrink your financial power. Having some cash for emergencies and daily needs is smart. But keeping large amounts just sitting there can hurt your long-term future. Money needs to move in smart ways to grow. When you let it sit forever, you lose opportunities without realizing it. Many people hold on to cash because they fear making mistakes. They think doing nothing is safer than doing something wrong. But in money, standing still can be just as risky as moving too fast. The real safety comes from balance. Some cash for security. Some money working for your future. That is how smart people protect both today and tomorrow. Another problem with holding too much cash is misconfidence. When your money is doing nothing, you start to doubt your ability to make good financial choices. Learning to invest slowly builds skill and courage. Even small steps teach you more than sitting on the sidelines forever. Safety is not just about avoiding loss. It is also about creating growth. 3. You can time the market if you are smart enough. Many people believe that with enough news, enough charts, and enough advice, they can buy at the perfect time and sell at the perfect time. This idea feels powerful. It makes people feel in control. But the truth is different. Even experts struggle to predict markets consistently. Prices move because of many factors. News, fear, excitement, politics, and sudden events. Trying to time the market often leads to stress and mistakes. People wait too long for the perfect moment to invest. Then when prices rise, they feel they missed out. When prices fall, they panic. This cycle repeats again and again. Instead of building wealth, they build anxiety. A better approach is simple. Invest steadily over time instead of chasing perfect timing. This reduces pressure and removes guesswork. When you stop trying to be perfect, you start being consistent. And consistency wins far more often than guessing. The goal is not to beat the market. The goal is to stay in the game long enough to benefit from it. This myth also makes people overconfident. They believe they are different from everyone else. Smarter, faster, better informed. But markets humble everyone eventually. When you accept that you cannot control timing, you free yourself from constant worry. You stop checking prices every day. You focus on the long term. And that brings peace along with progress. 4. Debt is normal and cannot be avoided. Many people accept debt as a normal part of life. Credit cards, car loans, personal loans. It feels like everyone has them, so it must be fine. This belief sounds realistic, but it quietly lowers expectations. Not all debt is evil, but not all debt is harmless either. When debt becomes a lifestyle, it steals freedom. Payments follow you every month. Choices become limited. Stress becomes normal. The myth is not that debt exists. The myth is that debt has to control your life. Many people never question this idea. They just accept it and move on. But when you challenge this belief, everything changes. Reducing debt gives you power. It gives you room to breathe. It gives you choices. When debt no longer runs your life, you start building a future instead of just paying for the past. And that shift from survival to growth changes how you see money forever. Another danger of this myth is that it makes people stop dreaming. When debt feels permanent, goals feel impossible. Travel feels out of reach. Savings feels pointless. But once debt starts going down, hope comes back. You begin to imagine a life without payments chasing you every month. That hope is one of the strongest motivators you can have. 5. Talking about money is rude or unnecessary. Many people grow up believing that money is a private topic. You do not talk about income. You do not discuss debt. You do not ask questions. This sounds polite, but it creates silence where learning should happen. When no one talked about money, myths grow stronger. People make the same mistakes in secret. Stress builds quietly, and opportunities are missed because no one shares what they know. Talking about money does not mean sharing everything. It means learning, asking, and improving. It means having honest conversations with partners, family, or trusted friends. When you break this myth, you break isolation. You realize that many people face the same challenges. And once you stop hiding, you start growing. Open conversations turn confusion into clarity and fear into confidence. This myth also keeps people from asking for help. They struggle alone when support is available. A simple question to the right person can save years of mistakes. When money stops being a taboo topic, it becomes a tool for learning. And learning is what builds strong financial habits over time. Why these myths are so dangerous? These myths sound smart because they feel safe and familiar. They protect you from taking risks and from feeling uncomfortable, but they also protect you from growing. When you follow these beliefs, you delay action without realizing it. You lose confidence in your own ability to make smart money choices. Over time, these myths quietly limit your future and keep you stuck in the same financial place. The moment you start seeing them for what they really are, you gain power. You stop following advice that only feels good and start following rules that actually move your life forward. How to replace myths with better habits. Changing your money life does not require big dramatic moves. It starts with one small shift at a time. Question one belief you have always accepted. Try one new habit that feels simple and doable. Learn a little more about how investing really works. Take a closer look at how your cash is being used instead of just letting it sit. Focus on steady progress rather than perfect timing. Reduce debt slowly and consistently. Talk openly about money when it truly matters. These changes may seem small at first, but over time they reshape everything. Little by little, they build confidence, clarity, and a much stronger financial future. There you have it. 5 personal finance myths that sound smart, but quietly hold people back every day. Once you stop believing these myths, you give yourself a better chance to build real confidence with money and create a future that feels secure instead of stressful. If this video helped you see money advice in a new way, please like this video so more people can learn from it. Share it with someone who needs a fresh perspective on finances. And subscribe to this channel for more simple and honest tips that help you build a smarter financial life. Thanks for watching.